Hi, I'm Edmund Chook, a Senior Consultant here at NMG Consulting in Sydney, and today I'm going to talk to you about Robo Advice. About a year ago, I wrote a series of articles on there being lots of robo, but not a lot of advice. Across the spectrum of advice complexity, there were plenty of offers out there that were focused on investment-only advice, and only a few were making the foray into strategic personal advice, and certainly none, at least that we could see, were genuine end-to-end holistic personal advice offers. Certainly none could actually get to execution and fulfillment. So where are we today? The industry has definitely moved away from launching digital investment-only offers every second week and has firmly moved into focusing on building out strategic personal advice offers. We still haven't seen really any end-to-end offers that link to execution and fulfillment as yet, but with the Royal Commission highlighting the dangers of linking product and advice, we don't think that there is going to be one anytime soon. This isn't to say that robo-strategic advice isn't a compelling offer anymore. If anything, it's probably more attractive than ever. From a regulatory standpoint, there is now even a greater need to provide consistent, compliant advice to consumers that is wholly transparent, auditable, and not subject to the hidden agendas and human biases that we've seen come to light in a limited amount of circumstances. But this represents a quandary for innovators that are investing in building out these propositions. If they can't link product with advice, as their predecessors in investment-only advice offers have done before them, how are they going to get a return on investment and get to scale? So recognizing direct acquisition of customers online is both expensive and slow, how else can these propositions get to scale? One path is going down the software as a service route, but hitting up independent advisors one by one is going to both take a very long time and an inordinate amount of distribution resources that these propositions simply don't have. And so if that's not an option, how else can they go about it? Thinking more creatively, another example is Map My Plan, who have successfully targeted employers as a means for distributing their proposition. But our view is that there are probably only a limited number of employers that have the scale, the means to be able to sponsor their employees to participate in a financial wellbeing program. Ultimately, most Australians are employed by small to medium enterprises, so realistically we think there are probably only a few, if not one, who is likely to be successful in this space. What about industry super funds? The super funds have their own challenge when it comes to providing holistic advice. What they will have to lean into is what it means to become vertically integrated. If not the industry super funds, then, well, it really kind of leaves the major banks and the aligned licensees. Now, they certainly do have the distributive scale, and while there is a shift towards these advice practices becoming independent, they still hold a significant share of the advice market and are likely to continue to do so. And certainly with the Commission findings, they more than ever are looking for a solution that is going to offer consistent, compliant advice and hopefully automated and at a low cost. But the challenge there is that for many of them, the horse may have already bolted, in that a lot are already well progressed in developing a robo or a digital advice offering in-house, potentially by themselves or in partnership with incumbent software providers. So the challenges for innovators in this space remain many and significant, and if the Commission were to mean anything for FinTech, it's that in actual fact, RegTech is where the action is going to be at. For more updates like this and on all sorts of issues on the wealth management industry, both here in Australia and around the world, please follow us and subscribe, and thanks for tuning in.